Here's Google's definition of intent. So when we think of intent, you think often like, intention. Like, what is your intention? And then, like purpose. And then you have this kind of earnest, eager, focus, attention, which I would call passion. And then you have a determination, a resolve to get it done. I would say perseverance. So I'd say when you look at the word, the way I like to summarize that word is purpose, passion, and perseverance. And so we must have a very clear purpose, that we know where we're going. We have a clear purpose, clearly defined. We have passion. We have this fire inside of our belly to do the things on a day-to-day basis to get us there. And really, if you think about it, the clearer your purpose and the more passion that you have behind it, the easier it is to have perseverance. Because anything that's good is going to require effort. Anything that's good. It's amazing. Again, like, I know it's funny because like, I'm a marketing agency. This is a marketing agency website. What are you talking about? But you see this applied all the time. I can't tell you how many times working with companies where you get with this company, you come up with this idea, we think about what we're going to do, we start to achieve this plan, everyone's all fired up. I've had literally customers had one pay us like $50,000 to build out this whole plan. We got the whole thing, we're building the systems, we're doing the thing, and it was a lengthy endeavor, so it took a good like 3 months. So we're working on this thing for like 3 months. We got everybody's involved, we're doing all this effort, and then right before we're ready to launch, they just totally lost focus. Totally, their eyes went on a different thing. They got distracted. They completely abandoned the project. And I feel like that happens all the time, because what happens is we, as a society, as a people, we lack perseverance. We lack that grind mentality to execute, to see what's working, and to improve. Because that's actually, I'm kind of touching on a lot of the things we're going to cover over these next few weeks. And I'm going to deep dive into this. We're going to do some workshops. We're going to build some products. We're going to do all kinds of cool stuff. But if you think about it, it's success in life. If you come up with an idea, a strategy, and then you execute, you act on that strategy, and then you measure and you look what worked, what didn't work, and then based on that reflection, you adjusted your strategy, you executed, you measured, you adjusted, you executed, you measured. If you did that and never stopped, success is inevitable. Success is inevitable if you have that intentional pursuit. But we have, as a society, what I call the shiny new toy syndrome, where we're constantly looking at what's the new doohickey, right? What's the new thing that Facebook came out, or TikTok, and I did this, and if I build the thing and I do, and we're all looking for like this we say get rich quick scheme, right? And we think of maybe, you hear that, you think of certain things, right? But that element of like success being a cataclysmic event is pervasive in all society. And if you think about it, at different levels of society, different levels of income, different levels of culture, that get rich quick scheme applies in different ways. One, you got the lottery system, right? Anyone who's playing the lottery is basically saying, hey, my success is based on a cataclysmic event. That when my numbers hit and I hit the number of the thing and I win, I'm successful. I've got money, right? And so there's certain groups of people that take that approach. Then there's others that think like, oh, if I could just start this business and it's super easy, and if I get the right business and I get the right people and the right thing, I'm going to be instantly successful, right? And a lot of people start so many different businesses over and over again because they think if they got with the right organization or if they got the right thing, it's just all of a sudden going to be super successful. Then you even have people that are entrepreneurs that have legitimate businesses that are growing in different ways, and they think, you know what, if I got the right new strategy, if I hire the right new person, if I, add the new Facebook thing or I do this new thing, then all of a sudden it's going to be instant success. And all of those come from that same idea of this kind of that success is a cataclysmic event. But you know what? Success and failure in life is not an event, it's a process. And if every day we do things, steps towards our goals, steps towards doing the right thing over a period of time, we're going to see success. Now, sometimes that's more accelerated. Absolutely. Is it sometimes You make a big mistake and it kind of feels like you fall back? Absolutely. But success and failure are not cataclysmic events. They are it is the byproduct of a series of positive or negative decisions done over a long enough period of time that got us to our certain place. So, going back to intent, purpose, passion, and perseverance. We have to, in all areas of our life, you should have, and whether you call it by this name, I like to create kind of acronyms and little illustrations to help me think about things, but whatever you call it though, but like for your family, for your marriage, for your business, for your spiritual life, for every aspect of your life, for your fitness, for your body, for your vitality, in all of these areas, you need to define a clear purpose. What is that? Where am I going? What is that? And then also not just the purpose as far as like this is the outcome, like my intention, but what is the impact? What is the impact for that? Because I'm going to tell you, the more, it's like Simon Sinek, he says, start with why. Same kind of idea, right? What is the why? What is the purpose? What is the overwhelming reason, the deep-rooted purpose to see success in these certain areas? Because if you don't have a strong enough purpose, you're going to give up. Even like we think about business, I have people that come to me all the time about starting businesses. And oftentimes it'll be something like, oh my gosh, there's this new niche because this thing came out and this thing, and I think if we went after this niche, I could do this and I would make lots of money. Now, it's funny because you're going to find niche marketing. Listen, you need to know the people that you're serving and you need to know what you're going after. So you need to have, clarity, and that's different. But if the motivation behind what you're doing is I'm basically going to take advantage of this market opportunity of this particular people group that I may not even really care about, that I might not even be interested in, just to make money, you're probably not going to be successful. It's not a strong enough purpose. Money for most people is not a strong enough purpose. Now, if you're super materialistic or greedy, or you think your identity is wrapped in the amount of money, maybe you'll push a little harder that. For me, I can't be that person, and I tend not to connect really deeply with those kind of people. Money is a tool to see certain things happen in one's life. If money is the end byproduct, the goal, the everything, I would say that you have a pretty shallow life and you need to get a greater purpose. So when these entrepreneurs want to start a business, they want to start this idea and they're thinking niche focused, I always tell them, I doubt that the purpose that you're talking about is strong enough to create the perseverance that you need to succeed. All right, because it really is the clarity of your purpose, the fire of your passion gives you the perseverance, gives you the drive to continue, because it's hard. It's hard. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But it's difficult, but it's worth it. And the more that you can wrap purpose and passion into your pursuit, and again, this is in every area of your life, the more that you're going to move through the perseverance. So I know I started that little intro by talking about consistency. So let me kind of bring it all full circle. So you probably set goals. Beginning of the year, we set some goals. And again, this could be a business goal, this could be a personal goal, revenue goal, whatever the case may be. A goal is great to give you this direction, right? If you think about it, in order for us to get anywhere, we have to have two things, right? I mean, if you think about this, if you open up your GPS and you want to go somewhere, there's two pieces of information that the GPS requires for you to get anywhere. One, where are you going? So if you don't set a destination, if you don't set a target that like, I want to head that way, you can never get there, right? If you don't set it, and how much of our lives when we get into the routine is not set on a specific intent, a specific destination. It's more like I'm just going through the motions. I'm just doing the thing, just trying to get by. I think that's one of the things that really is part of my passion, part of my purpose, is to see the fire of why people started businesses in the first place to be reinvigorated. You know, I have started and buried many businesses. It was 19 years ago, I think, was my first like kind of legitimate attempt at entrepreneurship. Intent Company now, we just hit 7 years. And so this has been, you know, the company that is, you know, made it and has been successful and growing and hiring employees and all those things. But I've felt and seen all sides of entrepreneurship. And I know what it's like to start a business with this grand, glorious idea. You've got this passion, this fire, you see it, you know what it could be like, you know the impact you could have, you know the people you could serve, you know all these different things. You're so ready to go. And then how the business just kind of turns into a job. And in fact, it's funny. You think when you have your job and you're doing your 9 to 5, you get your benefits, all of a sudden you have no 9 to 5. It's 9 to 9. It's 6 days a week. It's the fear. How am I going to pay? How am I going to pay rent? How am I going to pay my people? How am I? And you don't end up having a business. You just end up owning a job, and the job owns you. And all of a sudden, day to day, week to week, month to month, your greatest concern is, how can I just get by? How can I pay my people? How can I get the new customer? And in the fire of why we started what we did just starts to get quenched. That, to me, that is something that I am passionately committed to fixing. Is to the entrepreneur. I love entrepreneurs. I love people that are willing to take risks to go create a better life for themselves, for their employees, for the marketplace, for people. Like to me, it's the most exciting, invigorating, like beautiful thing that we can step into, to see someone take those risks. And that is I think one of my main purposes, both from the marketing agencies and the mentorship programs that we do, is to keep that fire lit and to have amazingly healthy, thriving entrepreneurs. And as I said to start this up, a thriving entrepreneur is not just one that has a healthy business. A thriving entrepreneur is one that has a healthy body, that has a healthy mindset, that has a healthy marriage, that has a healthy family, that is using business to serve people and solve problems and make an impact and being this source of good for a broken, lost world. And I think that an entrepreneur, a small business, a mid-sized business, an entrepreneur has that ability to do that. You know, the Bible says that much is given, much is required. And that's been a major thing on my heart, to say, like, I have a level of influence that is greater than the average person because of what has been given to me. So you think of the impact I have on my employees, on my clients, even making this video. Like, there is a responsibility. Like, what am I communicating? What am I throwing out to the world? And I have a responsibility to serve, to use what God gave me to then serve and bless others. And that's one of the major reasons why we're doing these IC Lives. That I have a burning kind of feeling inside of me that I have not been consistent enough of serving people, of pouring out good things to the community, because, you know, it's so funny with social media stuff and all these lives and everything, because a major part of what we've done for the last 7 years is help brands do this. And we've worked with some very large brands, brands that you would absolutely recognize, running all of their social media, building all of their content. I have 2 video people on my team. I have a copywriter on my team. I have, you know, all these people were always making content. And it's funny because I've always been very inconsistent, very not intentional about creating content. And it's something that I felt a strong conviction to do, but I always let those little distractions stop me. All right, I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm too busy. I got this going on. I got that going on. And if you look through my YouTube channel, you'll see these little bursts of motivation, right? I talked about that, the difference between motivation and inspiration, a consistent pursuit. I have 4 or 5 times really like, oh, I'm going to go get it. I'm going to do it. You know, and I spit out 8, 20, 30 videos and then get distracted. So a big part for me of this 75 lives is, one, to create consistency. By me telling you that I'm going to be here every day at 12, Monday through Friday for the next 15 weeks, it's going to get me in the seat. So told all my team, told my employees, blocked off the calendar, telling clients, telling you guys, I'm going to be here. Secondly, I'm not going to hold anything back. I want to give the best of what I have to offer. If there's anything that I've learned over these last 19 years of, being a consultant, starting businesses, entrepreneur, all the different things that I have, I want to pour it out. And this part of this is because I get asked a lot, like I mentioned, by aspiring entrepreneurs, people like they want advice, they want ideas. And I can't sit down with everybody and, help people start businesses. This is going to be me giving the best of what I've learned. And that's not just for people starting businesses. That's also, again, for those that have businesses. Because I think one of the things we have to get back to is the fire of why we did this in the first place. Getting back to that grand, glorious purpose, that intent, the passion, the fire, so that we persevere. Not just persevere for thriving, not just persevere to get by, but to make it happen, to make the impact. Only you are the only one that can make that vision happen. That thing, that dream that God put in your heart, that grand, glorious purpose about serving people. There's a certain people group that only you can serve. There's problems that only you can solve. And the world needs you. I've actually had so many people say that to me. It's one of those convicting things. Because, I speak at conferences and I'll do local things and, I get time, talk to people, and they're like, man, you need to make a video about that. And I was like, yeah, but I'm too busy. I got this, that, and the other thing going on. And they're like, you're really actually just you're stealing something from people. Your life and what you went through, my life, what I went through has created an experience that only I can deliver, that only you can deliver, and there are people out there that need it. Now, you're going to hear me. That's the other thing. I'm going to be completely authentic. As you can tell, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm passionate. I'm a family man. I'm a man of faith. I love Jesus Christ. My life is about making his name great. It's just authentically who I am. So I'm not going to have any walls to my life and who I am. And certain people are going to like that, and certain people are not, and that's fine because it's a big world and there's people out there that I'm sure that you will connect with. But this is the burden. This is the passion that's on my heart. And in these 75 lives, I want to pour it out. So consistency, again, a burden to serve people, to get the word out. I'm also doing this as a little bit of an experiment. Because, it is it is really embarrassing. Because seriously, I have literally ran all the social media for brands with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, making videos that get 1 million views, and I've done, and then you look at my YouTube channel, I got 32 subscribers because I literally I don't even try. I don't even care. I don't post, and that needs to stop because there's people on these channels that need to be served. And I have literally the whole team, the whole infrastructure. I'm in my podcast or video studio. We've got 3 desks. Our video team works in here, and so I'm going to do this as an experiment. What type of impact can you make in such a short period of time? 75 days? It's a short period of time. It might seem like a lot, but it's short. A few months, tiny period of time. What could happen with a consistent, all-in push and approach towards something like this? And what kind of result could we see? What kind of result can we see in impact? What kind of result can we see in subscribers? And so, with that said, I think I have to do the obligatory, YouTube thing. Actually, you know what? I'm going to have my son do it.
Hey guys, welcome back. And make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and make sure to hit that bell for notifications.
He is way better at that than I would be. Nice job, Braden. That's my boy right there, and he knows what to say better than I do. He's more of a YouTube aficionado than I am, and so thanks, Braden. That's right. So subscribe. Do the stuff. That's funny. My son literally just walked in as I was saying it, and you should do it again so you can hear it. You want to come over here, bro? We're live, bro. Come over here. No, All right, we're going to do it again just because Braden just walked in the room. So here we go.
Hey guys, welcome back, and make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and make sure to hit that bell for notifications.
Boom, hit the bell for notifications.
Right.
So, help get the word out. I don't know where you're watching. We're publishing this kind of like all over the place. We're on all the stuff. And so wherever you are, like it, share it, comment, do some stuff, help the algorithms, and we want to see, what could we do? What could we do? I even started my own personal YouTube channel because I'm going to use that a little bit as a way to share some other even more personal content outside of like our Intent Company page. So it's Billy Robbins if you're on YouTube. Actually, let me show you something real quick. So if you go to intentcompany.com, intentcompany.com/live. If you go to intentcompany.com/live, I should probably put that up on the screen. You'll see this page, and from here we got a few different things. We got the links to all of our social, and so these are all the different places you can connect with us. You notice on the end I have a second YouTube and a second LinkedIn. These are my personal accounts. So these are our business accounts. That's the last two are my personal accounts. So feel free to join us on there. Again, like, subscribe, share, do all that stuff. We also have links to just some free things that we're going to be giving away, and some cool things we're going to be doing over these 75 days. So again, serve people, solve problems. So we've got different tools, different things that we use to help people grow their businesses, help with all kinds of different stuff. We'll dive into those separately, but go check out IC Live. We'll also be doing a bunch of interviews and getting other people on here to share. And so any kind of offers or tools that they have, we'll make sure we put them on here.
Is there a place for them to ask questions?
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Like,
So
can you talk about this? Or?
yeah. So my lovely bride, who's the co-founder of my company and also runs our sales team, is listening in. And she just had a great comment. Where can people comment? Where can people kind of connect? So one thing that's best is go on all of the different, any of the channels that you're on, Facebook, YouTube, any of those places. If there's anything that you want us to dive in on, any kind of content that you want us to explore, go through, leave those comments. So we're going to be going through all those comments, collecting all the things. It's actually a really good way for us to, just a really good way for us to kind of hear your feedback, and then we're going to go and build stuff. Oh, look at that. Chelsea, my video producer, she just posted the link, intentcompany.com/live. Look at this. We're doing stuff. Amazing when you go and do stuff. We're doing it. And, so this is good. Actually, Hannah said hi, Braden. So Hannah's dad from school is on, and she said hi. So we're live. We're doing it. You want to come say hi?
Yeah.
You're going to... He might be a little, oh, there it is. Come over this side, buddy. So we will not comment on how bad the Cowboys lost yesterday. So we're really sorry for all of our Cowboy fans, but they got smoked pretty bad. Say hi, bud.
Hi.
So this is Braden. This is you want to talk about purpose. This is one of my main purposes that I have in my life, is to give this kid the best life possible, the best opportunities, to do everything that he was made to do. And like I said, he's my little YouTube aficionado. So he'll be making some more videos. Maybe he'll be teaching some stuff. You want to run a live one day? Teach people something?
Oh, no.
All right, maybe we will have him do that. But thanks, buddy. I appreciate all your help.
You're welcome.
All right. Man, what did happen to the Cowboys yesterday? I didn't watch the game, but they got wrecked. Man, once again, we're in the DFW area. We've been here for the last 3 years. I'm a Boston native, so I can't even talk. Patriots were horrendous, but I'm sorry. Sorry to all my Cowboy fans out there. I thought this was a good year for you guys. All right. So actually, you know what? Let's dive in on this real quick, because there's a couple things that I want to do. So part of this, so I mentioned experiment, consistency, experiment. There's another thing that I want to do as an experiment. I want to see collectively the entrepreneurial spirit, the connection of people that we're going to draw some things. I want to do something that is super impactful. There's a great quote. I forgot who said it, but it's a great quote. Maybe I'll figure out who said it. But he said, if you take care of God's business, God will take care of your business. And I remember I heard that, and I felt like that was a word for me. It's kind of like Matthew 6:33 says, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these other things are added unto you. You know, but I think there's something about when we align with a greater purpose, and there's no greater purpose than whatever God said to do. And God said to care for the widows, care for the orphans, care for the people that are in a hard situation. And when you do it unto them, it's as if you did it unto Jesus himself. And so, you know, there is a ministry that I really love. It's called Feed the Hungry. It was started by Lester Summerall, and they are one of the most efficient ministries you'll ever see. I got to get the exact number. I think I heard from somebody else, but they give 97% of all the money that comes in directly to food. So I think like when you look at ministry or charitable watchdogs, that if you have over 60% of all the money that comes in actually goes to ministry, like that's legit. So only 40% operational costs. So if they're running at 3%, it's literally supernatural. So here's what I want to do. So one of our products is called the Focus and Fire Workshop. Now this is, if you saw my stream from Saturday, I went off on this a little bit, but the Focus and Fire Workshop is this 5-hour workshop where it helps you define your unique value proposition, like what do you do better than anyone else, helps you define who your core audience is, like who are the people that you're made to serve, builds a customer journey map, customer journey dossiers, how to get started. It's literally like, how do you really launch an amazing customer journey driven marketing strategy? And so this workshop I have done like for so many brands that you absolutely recognize. You may even have like one of their stickers like on the back of your window. Many brands have done this. Every client that we do full services for, we walk through this. Businesses, small businesses, ministries, all in between. It's a great workshop. So typically we do this in person. Like, I've been flown in to do it, and I mean, it's like a $10,000, $15,000 product. And if we do it virtually live with someone, it's like a $5,000 product. You can go on our website right now and spend $5,000 and we'll have an intent company consultant walk through that product with you. And then we recorded it and we sell it for $2,000. I have never discounted this product ever. Never have I ever discounted this product. And it's required for everyone who works with us. Okay. And so I really felt like one of the ways that I can show a true desire or a true motivation to serve the community, serve the entrepreneurial community, was to get this in the hands of as many people as possible. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this $2,000 product and I'm selling it for $200. $200. Okay, super duper crazy cheap. And I'm taking all of that money, every dollar that we get from this, and we're putting it all towards Feed the Hungry. Right now we feed about 80 kids a day through the Feed the Hungry program and our company. And I want to see that become 8,000 someday. I want to just see it grow and grow and grow. We're just going to take a bigger portion of revenue and put it towards this cause. Because again, if you take care of God's business, God takes care of your business. And the Lord loves these kids. And so it's a way for us to get aligned that. I'll tell you what, there's no greater blessing that you can have in your business than the favor of God. There's no funnel you can learn. There's no script you can get from Alex Hormozy or whoever your favorite guru is. There's not a cold calling script from Grant Cardone that could be as good as when God Almighty looks on your business and says, this is a business I can support, and he breathes on it. And so running your business in a way that serves his kingdom and furthers his kingdom is one of the most amazing things that you can do to see success. Now, I'm not doing this to get success, but I know that's what's going to happen, because whatever a man sows, that shall he reap. That's just truth. It's just Bible. It's just the facts. But I want to see, what could we do over these 75 days? I know it's more than 75 days because I'm not doing things to the end of April. But over these next few months, what could we do? What could we do? How many meals could we gather up? So during this entire time, and this would be the only time I'll do it, because again, this is our flagship product. During this time, if you spend $200, then you're going to get instant access to our digital version of our Focus and Fire Workshop. You're going to be automatically added to our Intent Company group, which is, we got a bunch of free trainings, social media connections, our whole online community. And so you're going to get an amazing product at an amazing value, and we're going to feed some kids, and it's going to be phenomenal. So let's do that. Let's team up. So again, go to if you go to intentcompany.com/live, you're going to see a link. Click on the link. Got a really simple form. Fill it out. Boom. You'll get emailed your login access. You get Focus and Fire. Make sure you do the workshop. Because having the product's great. Doing it's even is nothing's going to happen unless you do the work. So do the work. But $200, fill that out, get access. We're going to feed the hungry together. So that's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see what kind of number we can come up with for that. What else we got? We have some intro slides. Yeah, Intent Company Group. These are all links on the intentcompany.com/live. So this is a place where you can join the Intent Company Group. We've got, again, a bunch of training, sales, marketing, personal growth trainings. We've got online community. We're adding a bunch of stuff regularly. It's a pretty cool place to be. Also, you can get access to our WOW campaign blueprint. We'll talk about this stuff like a little bit later. I'm definitely not doing this to sell stuff. I wanted to sell this. I want to sell you showing up and watching the content, and I want to sell you on sharing this with others, getting as many people. If you know somebody who wants to start a business, you know somebody who has a business, get this out to them. Share this stuff. Share. But let's join forces and let's feed the hungry. Oh, look at that. Got another link in there. Chels, thank you. You're doing awesome. Okay, so going back to why are we doing this? Consistency, run an experiment. Here's the other thing. Like I said, we've been doing this for a lot of other companies for a long time. And I figure if I do this, I don't know how long these are going to be. They're going to be at least 20 minutes every day. Yeah, I'm not going to try to bore you if I run out of things to talk about. I'm not going to just mumble. You might be like, I think that's all you've been doing is kind of rambling on random ideas. It may be true, but I'm going to make sure it's good stuff. And but what we're going to be doing is compiling a ton of content. Like I said, we got Chelsea and Giselle over here who run our video work, and by doing this, we're creating a massive amount of content that they can use and repurpose for trainings and for reels and all the other stuff. And going back to what I originally said about everyday disciplines, right? So in your business, you're setting those goals, right? And I have some audacious goals for this year. I believe that God's going to do some crazy stuff through the business this year. So what I've got to be responsible of is doing the daily work, right? If you think about it, all you're actually responsible for is sowing seeds. Every time you do the work, every time you pick up the phone, every time you do this, you're sowing a seed. You're putting an opportunity for success into the ground. You're spending your time, you're spending your effort, you're putting it in the ground, and then it's God who creates the harvest. You think about it with your plant. If you put a little seed in the ground, how do you make that grow? Do you have the ability and the power to make the thing crack open and have something shoot up and create a fruit? No. All you do is you sow the seed. You sow the seed. You do the work. So that's what we do. We hold in two hands. We diligently continue to sow seed, and then we believe that a harvest is coming. And there is a harvest coming. The problem is a lot of us sow seeds too sparingly, right? We're not consistently doing the work. And so this, to me, this 75-day is like a personal challenge to break the spirit of inconsistency in my life. Now that's when you think about it, I work hard. I work a lot of hours. We do a lot around here. But if you know Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he has the 4 quadrants, and I should add a slide for this. But on one side it says urgency. So how urgent is an activity to do? And then on the other axiom or axis or whatever it is called, axis is importance. So urgent and important. And if you think about it, typically what we're doing is urgent work. That's typically what we're doing. We're typically doing the work that commands our attention. Some of it's important. A lot of it's not important. Not every email we should respond to, not every phone call we should take, not every conversation by a fellow teammate, employee, somebody we should take. It's not always important. And Stephen Covey would say that the highest level work, the work that's going to really send you where you're trying to go, is work that is not urgent and not important. It's very important and it's not urgent. Things like making content, things like prayerfully considering where you should go, things like depositing into your team and getting one-on-ones with them and talking to them and really understanding what's going on in their lives and helping them have the best life. It's not urgent, but it's super important. And it's the thing that's going to create the most fruit. And so I'm using this as a personal challenge and a test, but I also hope that it's an example to you. I bet there's 2 or 3 things that you felt in your spirit that you were supposed to be working on, you were supposed to be doing on a regular basis, and you just don't. And again, even as an entrepreneur, maybe it's eating healthy, right? Like how are you going to grow your business if you have a heart attack? How are you going to take care of your family if you can't move, right? Like maybe that's the big thing that you're supposed to do. But you know that thing. Do not delay. When's a better time than doing it? Right now. Right now. Right now. You could do it with me. We're about to start 75 days today. What if you wrote down those 2 or 3 things that if I did this on a daily basis? It doesn't have to be super grand. It doesn't have to be super long. It could be 10, 20 minutes a day. But the everyday discipline, the everyday sowing of seeds is going to have this compounding interest, this increasing consistent growth. And that's where the supernatural is going to happen. Because you're putting seeds in the ground and you're trusting that there is a Lord, there is a God that's going to create a harvest. And there is. Watch the miracles that happen. I think Bill Johnson says, I love this quote. He said, we can do nothing without God, but God tends to do nothing without us. I like that quote. The miracle of growth, the miracle of impact, the miracle of connection in family and life and impact and all these things. It's a spiritual, it's a supernatural thing. But if you just sit around doing nothing, there's nothing to work with. We need to sow the seed. We need to give him the opportunity to do something. It says in 2 Chronicles 16:9, the eyes of the Lord go to and fro, looking for a man that he can show himself strong through. He's looking. So that means not everyone that he sees is someone that he can show himself strong through. I don't know about you, but I want the God Almighty to try to show off through my life. And so that means I need to align with what his purpose, what he desires for me is. That means I need to trust him, put my faith in him, but that also means that I need to be diligent and put in the work, sow the seeds, and trust for the miracle. It's I think Chelsea, let me see. It's I think 16:9, 2 Chronicles 16:9. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate your watching, Andrew. Let me see who else is on here. See, I got to look at the chats. I forgot. I got to do that stuff that people recognize. We got Giselle and Larissa and Andrew, Matt on here. Thanks, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. So please get the word out.
You should ask them what their goal is. Tell them their one thing they're going to start.
Ooh, yeah, there you go, Andrew. Thank you, buddy. Actually, that would be good. That is a good thing to put in the comments, too. What do you want to learn? Or if you have a grand, glorious call, a goal that you want to put in there, or even a commitment, right? Again, maybe it's my competitive nature, or I don't know. I need to make the stakes high. Like if I said, I'm going to make a video once a week for the next 15 weeks, it's almost too boring to do. It's not even like, it's like, of course I can make one a week, and then I won't for like 5 years. There's almost something about this where it's like it's so big, it's such a challenge that I feel pulled up to meet the challenge. And that's my personality. You gotta match your personality. But what are the things? What are the things that you could do daily?
Well, people start them and then they fall off. So I feel like the 75 days is good. It's a good push. Like we've done 40s before, but
Yeah, 75 days. And I will. And I'm sure if you guys know Andy Frisella, I probably stole the 75 days from him, the 75 hard program and stuff like that. But I do. I think it's even the one thing, Gary Keller, Jeff Pazan, I think that's his name, whatever. They have the whole one thing program, and they say 66 days is the days that it takes to create a habit. So that's the idea. It's a short period of time, but it's enough time that when you execute regularly on this thing, that it creates not just a momentum, but a habit, a flow to life where it now becomes the norm. And so I believe that's the goal. That's the goal for me, is that I would start something like this, but that it's going to create a momentum and a flow that just keeps carrying, keeps going. That's the power of consistency. It's actually funny going back to that. God gave me this word, consistency, and I've been like, I got to put it to work. And then our pastor, Pastor Jonathan Shuttlesworth, Pastor Jonathan in Dallas, Revival Today. If you go on their YouTube, look up Jonathan Shuttlesworth. He's been doing these 10 a.m. kind of meetings, talks, kind of like this. And all last week, it was on consistency. It was just like the Lord was just like hammering it. You better do it. You better do it. So those are some great videos to check out too. Great church, great people. Yeah. So consistency, this experiment, mass content library for my team to execute on. And then again, that quote that I said, or another version of it, is what you make happen for others, God makes happen for you. So my desire, like I said, I'm not holding back any good content here. I'm gonna pour it out. We'll do workshops. We're gonna I'm gonna pull out the whiteboard. We're gonna do workshops. I'm basically gonna make full-on products. We're just gonna do it through 75 days. I'm not gonna hold anything back. And I know that if I can deposit value and success into you, then I know that the Lord's going to return that for me. So what you make happen for others, God makes happen for you. Zig Ziglar said, if you help enough people achieve their goals or achieve their dreams, then your dreams will be taken care of. I totally butchered that quote, but you get the idea. So that's another thing to be thinking about. So I love consistency. What are the things you need to do regularly? But here's another thing. What things are you looking to happen in your life, and how could you make that happen for others? How could you selflessly deposit into someone else's life in the same area that you're looking, to see yourself grow? I'm telling you, man, I've heard it said before, like if, you're struggling financially, then go give to somebody. Finances are hard. Go take out $100 and give it to a random stranger.
Yes.
Watch. You're hurting, you're battling with sickness and wellness issues. Go pray for somebody. Go pray for somebody to get healed. Go touch somebody. It doesn't seem to make sense, but there is a spiritual law that it says, whatever a man sows, that shall he reap. So what are you sowing into? What are you giving into? What are you pouring into? And that's what you're going to produce. That's the harvest that you're going to get. So purpose, passion, perseverance. We're going to talk about that more. I know this was kind of a general conversation, just even about kind of life and all the different things. We're going to dive into some more company-specific, business-specific things, starting businesses, growing businesses, marketing, sales. Again, we're not going to hold anything back. But also, I'm open. So please leave comments, even if you're watching this after the live. Leave a comment. What is an area of business or success or some things you're looking that you'd like to see? And if I've got the experience in it, I'm going to teach on it. And if I don't have the experience on it, then I'm going to go get somebody to come on. So we'll be interviewing people as well, and we'll find people that are super successful in these areas and have a heart to give. There's a lot out there, and we're going to create that community. And then again, we're all going to come up together, join forces, feed the hungry, serve people, solve problems, wreck hell. Come on, let's get it. So I'm just super thankful that you guys have taken the time to watch this. Again, this is our day one, our first live of 75 in a row. So we'll be back together tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Time. And I'm just really thankful for you guys being here, and I can't wait to see what happens as we consistently apply all these things we're learning together. So anyway, love you guys. Thanks so much for joining. We'll see you tomorrow.